Hi, Cancer. So, Cancer, couple things. First, like Leo, I need you to remember your season because it's about to get dark. And we need you to be a light. But you have some interesting stuff going on in your 10th house. If you are a first house sun or a Cancer rising. There has been serious love before. There has been... there has been a lot of serious. Not so much lighthearted flirting, not so much just being able to be your real self. This self is beautiful, Cancer. No one would deny you. But sorry, it is nothing compared. Oh, all at once like that, huh? Okay. 6 of Swords, 10 of Cups, Knight of Swords. All right. Oh, they want you. They want you so bad. They'll cut and run on anybody to get to you. Everybody wants you right now. Everybody, it's you know, you are a shining, beautiful light. And both of you, the pretty glittery shell and the beautiful luminescent being that lives within it. Someone can see both of you. And boy, do they like it. Now, this is interesting for you considering that things have been in a lot of ways tough. Cancer gets into a space where they for sure know that it's not going to be good news, to the point where there is no way for there to be good news. Do you know what I mean? And yet, the cards acknowledge, yes, we see you. And yes, there has been so much toying with you, and you have been very strong. There's no denying that which burns brightly within you has sustained you beautifully. And you have worked hard to maintain that nonchalant almost shell. It's taken quite some work to be that effortlessly okay. And I think you've done a pretty good job. Because it's a funny sort of love that comes to you now. It's that white knight stuff. You know, that stuff that you're like, oh, I don't really believe that anymore. Like, that's just not possible. Like, I know myself. Now, does that mean that you could still fall into this pothole in your mind or on your Instagram while you're trolling someone, stalking someone, ghosting someone, being ghosted, caring? Can you get stuck here and not find your way to the 10 of Pentacles and 6 of Wands? I mean, you can try. The fun thing about now is that the buttons you're used to pressing that you know are no good for you, now when you press them and you know you're supposed to get that sort of sick satisfaction of like, I know this is bad for me, but I'm doing it. I know it's not good for my spirit, but I'm doing it. When you press the button, it's not having that effect. It's not providing that twisted, you know, the high that you get from the overindulging, the high you get from, Pluto being direct now, and every one of your perhaps most toxic qualities when it comes to relationships, jumping out of you. It's not having the effect it's supposed to have. It's as if your intentions and who you really are is on display. And unlike most signs, I don't think that a lot of people know who you are. I think we accept that we can understand most all the signs, but we also admit that it would almost be too painful to understand a Cancer. And it's an uncomfortable position to be in as a person, because it's almost as though people fetishize not being able to understand you. And so they don't even have to try. Meanwhile, water signs look at Cancers and go, it's not that hard. It's pretty simple what you need. But only if you already know what you need. Scorpio can talk you into believing you need all kinds of stuff you don't need. It'll serve their purpose. A Pisces will jump into any ocean with you, but they can stay underwater forever and you can't. So the ones that understand you want from you things that you simply can't deliver. And the ones that you can deliver for don't understand you. That's a creature of the tide. But look at what a giving spirit that creates. Sure, through the erosion of the water and the push and pull of the sand, it is a pretty abrasive process, agreed. But look at what it brings forth. Look at what it breeds. It breeds a personality that is completely and totally open to the healing of the collective. A mother is a mother is a mother is a mother. It's not like you meet moms in their off time and they're not moms. If you're walking around with a cut that should have a Band-Aid on it, if she's a mom, she's going to put a Band-Aid on it. She will take you to the Dwayne Reed so you could get Band-Aids, because you're not walking around like that, because that's crazy. Do you know how easily you could get an infection just opening up your bloodstream to millions of bacteria? Why? Because you're tough, or what? You see, this is a mother is a mother is a mother. So it forces you into a role where you have to be very magnanimous. And yet, as soon as you display any reaction to needing to be superhuman, you're whining and you're emotional and what's wrong with you and why can't you just not, and oh my God, are we doing this again, and oh my God, stop crying, and whoa, what are you even crying about? The world, the energy, my soul, the beauty, the music, the emotions, the story, what? I don't know, the light? Life. I am moved by life. Why are you ghosts of the past that also want a peace? Why are you not moved by life? I saw somewhere someone wrote on Twitter, someone said, how come all these tarot readings are about the same bullshit? Oh, the love of your life is coming back. And then a bunch of people jumped on him, Rev Fam. Not the Rev Fam. Revolution don't do it like that. Are there a bunch of nonsensical people that don't deserve to be anywhere near you who will probably try to get something off the shine? Maybe. Who cares though? Look at what you got going on. You don't want to share this. You already have someone to share it with. And here's the interesting part about that there. That's the person. That's your energy. That's what you keep behind the shell. That is what pulls this out of the peoples. That is the magnet. That's you choosing to show yourself and how beautiful you are. Let's look at the cards. I love you.
Hi, Cancer.
A friend of mine who's a Cancer just got broken up with, and he's called me at 4 a.m. a couple of nights in a row. That might also be why your reading isn't out yet. I haven't been getting enough sleep. But I would be remiss to not point out the obvious, that you're, of course, along with the winds, which are here and they have been here and they continue. It is irresponsible if I don't point out that obviously the leaving of what you thought it would be is the only way you can get what it should be. But in the interim, those closed doors can seem very dreary. But as the light shows you here, it's okay. You'll be all right. And that's really what we come to here, is what buoys us as a creature of the tide from open door to open door. And what pushes us when we get rolled by the waves back up to the sun. Sometimes, if somebody helps you along the way, I think you think that's love. When really that's just somebody who can't really even do for themselves. But somehow, when Cancer finds someone who can't do for themselves, they feel very much the need to fill all those blank places. Because perhaps if Cancer does that, then they will need you forever. Like glue to hold them together. But what if there was a different way? What if there was a way that wasn't based on taking somebody subpar and trying to nurture and care them into the person you wish they were? You know, enough about the general shape of this person is right, so let's go for it. Maybe that's a paradigm that you have to break out of. Someone has to leave that scenario for you to understand, albeit painful, that the new, the good, the abundant, it's there. And it's similar, but it is not the same. So what is the difference? You know, it's really easy for Cancer to do this. Hey, I feel so much for you. Hey, you feel so much for me. Hey. Shuruyauta katamyauta. But this is a different kind. I said it begins here and ends here. This is a different kind. This is someone who knows how to pay their bills. This is someone who has money. This is someone who doesn't need you to raise them. I'm telling you, it's a different paradigm. You don't know anything about it. And guess what? I just finished the Capricorn reading and they're going through exactly the same thing. So here you are, sister signs on the same axis, doing something beautiful for yourselves, both ending up in gorgeous positions. But of course, it requires this breakage. Now, what would be the point to tell you 10 days ago that this is what you want? This is what you want. Why would you want to avoid that which is necessary for you to be free? This is not freedom. Waiting for someone to realize that they'll be miserable without you and they should choose you. Or any iteration of that the Cancerian mind can think of. And I'm talking to myself here too, so don't be offended. You guys have a tendency to be offended like I'm not a Cancer rising, like I'm not a first house Cancer. I'm just as offended by my own words, but they're still true. You can feel how you feel, but you have to know why. Okay, we'll talk about it in the extended. I love you. I'll see you in just a moment. Bye.